Hey, all, so I wanted to do Pac-Man today. So there are several different Pac-Man games that I've played, and the franchise has a pretty diverse delivery in terms of the gameplay. Anything from traditional Pac-Man to kind of like a 2D platformer to basic online games. And I've played a handful at this point. I'm probably going to play some more in the future, but I wanted to consolidate all the different interaction I've had with that franchise and put it out here for everybody to watch. So it's pretty fun. It's a basic gameplay for the most part, other than Pac-Man World. And frankly, I'm probably going to revisit this franchise every so often in my gaming hobby that I have. So it's just one of those things where I kind of just go back and forth with it. And after a while, I need a break because it doesn't really change depending on the game. But then you always want to go back to it later. Anyway, I wanted to share this. Feel free to watch the rest. I'm going to let it play out. But thanks for watching. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. And thanks.
Game over. Game over.
Alright, I'm playing some Mrs. Pac-Man today, and it's been a while since I played traditional Pac-Man. So, 1991, Tengen Inc., all rights reserved, 1983 Namco Limited. So, with Blinky, show the intro here. But I've always been a fan of classic Pac-Man, and I played Pac-Man World a little bit ago, and I thought that was actually more of a traditional Pac-Man game, but it's a side-scroller. And, you know, you really can't go wrong with this franchise. See how good I am. It's been a long time. Okay. One player. Okay. So... Ooh, it's really hard to go down. Oh my gosh. You know, it's funny because I've been getting a lot of really good feedback, and I really, really do enjoy this stuff that I'm, you know, putting out, the content and everything. And I had a couple people. One guy was like, you know, all you do are news articles, and you need to get your own stuff if you're going to call yourself like the vintage gamer. And so I agree with that, which is why I have a lot of different content that I'm putting up. And then I had somebody say, oh, look, you know, your content doesn't have anything compared to your news. Oh, no, I died. Your news content. So I said, okay, well, yeah, that's true, but I would have posted those articles anyway because it's just something I had an interest in. So I get all that, you know. I understand that it's, you know, people want to see original content. So I started this channel because I wanted to play video games and kind of explore video games. And frankly, that market is a little bit saturated. Not a little bit, it really is saturated. So back when... Oh man, I'm doing really bad. I'm going to start over if I die. I'm getting game over. But that market's pretty saturated. And it kind of started really in 2010. You know, I saw a lot of people doing gameplays. And it's really easy to just record and then upload, and I think that's part of the complaints that people have, because they're seeing a lot of videos that are really easy to produce, whereas custom YouTube content is a lot harder and time consuming. So that's why the reward for the level of investment in the video is so for me to put up a video about playing a game, it's pretty easy. Man, this Pac-Man does not want to. She does not want to go up. my controls are a little bit sluggish here. So I get that, but I'm having a lot of fun, and it's it's my control pad. I don't know what's going on. Okay, let me try again. But so you know, now if you play unique games, like I like to invest time in stuff, dude. I don't know if it's the game or if it's my control pad, but I'm having a real hard time getting here to this chip to go up. Ooh. Up. You are a little brat, Miss Pac-Man. There we go. Okay, now it's working. Sorry. Actually, I can't get her to move in the direction I want. But, on that note, Markiplier, he wants to kind of push into unique YouTube content, but he does Let's Plays in kind of a satirical sense, like he overreacts and stuff, and he gets a lot of views, and he even said that his Let's Plays were getting so many views, and it was like the easiest thing for him to produce. But I've heard, I've heard people say, oh, his stuff is cringe, and it's like, well, he gets a lot of views, so it might be cringe for you, but not for other people. But he does Let's Plays, but he has a unique flavor to him and a tonality that people really like. So for him it works, but if you're doing like just a regular upload, what sets you apart from the other views the other videos? And I don't think I've gotten there yet, but I'm having a lot of fun. So I've started YouTube channels before, and I just wasn't successful at all. So this one is by far the most successful one I've ever had, which is saying a lot, because I can't even like splurge at on a steak dinner on what the monetization is that I've gotten. But when you look at just the playing video game and uploading the video game market, so retro games are not going to be what people want to see. They want to see new stuff because they haven't seen the new stuff before. So understanding that, I'm telling you what, my controls are like really sluggish here. So I'm going to blame that on why I'm doing so bad. But when you look at that, so like my investment for really, really old games is very low, because you've got games I already have sitting all over my house, which I have tons, which are from like stacked up from over the years, and then I also have emulators, and that's completely legal for most of them. So for me, the content production is very low, and whereas like the new games, first off, I don't have a whole lot of interest in like brand new stuff, because I really like old retro things. But the newer games are expensive. It takes a lot of time to get used to them and actually feel comfortable playing. Like first-person shooters, you can invest 200 hours in that and still suck. So this is a little bit more casual. Plus, the time investment for me is a lot less, because you can play a Pac-Man game for like 10 minutes. Now, if you're super good, your whole day can just disappear. So that, you got to keep that in mind too. I used to work for a guy that was like the Pac-Man champion when he was a kid in his local arcade, and he was from Baltimore, Maryland, and he, what? That's cheap. But he was so good. He said he actually, like, once he beat the competition, I think he was Mrs. Pac-Man. He said he just murdered oh god. Okay, I'm gonna start over. He just killed everybody. But he said that he was so good that he actually started trying to fail once he got past the high score mark, just because he said it would take like all day. So that to me was really cool to hear. And he also liked bowling and all that stuff. But so when I play this stuff, it's relatively low time investment, relatively easy to produce, and I have a lot of fun. And that's the big thing. Like, I was already doing this, so I said, why is she's so hard to turn? Okay. So that's the big thing for me. If I'm relatively stress-free and I'm doing this for fun already, that's the way it's going to go. Because plus I'm a one-man shop, so I had somebody say a man army. Those are difficult because I updated my my avatar yesterday, and it took me an hour. It took me an hour just to upload like one avatar, and I didn't even draw the background. And you know, I had somebody say, "Oh, dude, that is such a good drawing." Oh my gosh. Okay, the controls are so bad, people. I don't know what I'm gonna do here. Might have gotten a bad port, but but yeah. So when you're working by yourself, you know, you don't have anybody doing any of the work but you, and so I have to really work on my my time management because I can spend so much time on this. I'm having a lot of fun too, but the comments alone take forever. So that's why when people start channels by themselves, sometimes they don't respond to your comments or emails. And then if you have a channel with multiple people, typically you have like a guy that does all the online work, and then you have maybe somebody who does like the episodic development or like the materials. So my stuff is relatively low cost, low impact, because it's all online and I don't have like hardware. No, I do have some hardware I want to do some reviews on, but that'll be down the road, I think, because right now I am just having a ball doing like why can't I get her to go up? Okay, this isn't a real gameplay because I'm like, I can't get her to go up. she's being a brat. Alright, I'm sorry folks, this is not... I'm usually like way better. I'm gonna try the regular Pac-Man. Dude. Oh. Okay. Alright, so that's it. I'm gonna hang this one up. Maybe later I'll try to find one that's a little bit better version that I can try, but... Because I don't actually own this game. This is an emulator. But anyway, thanks for watching. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe. I'm going to come out with some more content, but thanks a lot. Okay, I'm playing Pac-Exon, and this is an online game, and I actually haven't played this before, so... Oh, cool, okay. Okay, so you don't want to go... You want to fill in all the spaces. Oh. Alright. Pac-Man, and then the ghost can't get... Okay. So I'm gonna get the fruit too. Cool. Alright. Oh, I beat it? Oh, cool. I thought I had to fill in that last space. Alright. Oh, okay, so you can't stay out there too long. That's what it is. Alright. What's going on here? Oh, I was stuck for a second. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I had to take... Ah! Try it again. So, I think I mentioned this. We have a home renovation going on, and I hate renovations. It looks nice, but it's such a pain in the neck. Oh, everybody gets so stressed out. Like, you gotta take stuff back, and all that. Anyway. But, you know, nobody wants to hear about that. But I am de-stressing playing a video game. Can't take me a court over that, right? Oh, man. Oh! It's actually kind of a hard game. Okay, so you want to get, like, big blocks. You don't want to... So how am I supposed to do that? It's almost impossible when they're like that. When they're that close. This is gonna be... This is, like, seriously next to impossible. I don't know how I'm gonna do that. Go to the bigger sections. It's not a bad game. It's kind of fun. Right. Oh. Try it again. So this is like Pac-Man Next Generation or something, like Tron Next Generation. Okay. Oh. Are you serious? Like, how? Okay. Oh, it makes you go faster? It's nice. Kind of a fun game. Ah! Yeah, so I was looking around on YouTube, and apparently John Riggs has a Twitch. So that's kind of cool. I might check that out. Mr. Wigglesworth. I still haven't started a Twitch. I don't think I will. It's just too much. I barely have time for YouTube, to be frank. Like, when I say barely have time, I'm doing daily uploads, but I literally have only an hour or two to play with every so often, so Twitch, like, you have to put some time into that, and I just don't have time to do it, unfortunately. But YouTube kind of gives me that outlet. I'm still able to... Oh, people were saying that most of the time, like, people don't go on YouTube for video game plays, but they still do. And Twitch, unless you have a certain number of followers, they don't allow you to put videos. They used to let you post videos, and I think I had an account at one point, and I stopped. Okay, so I don't want to mess around with the small little parts, but they used to have they used to let you just upload videos, and they don't let you do that anymore. Like, you have to have a certain number of followers, so you just have to live stream, and the whole thing is live streaming is its own business. I can basically do whatever I want with the video uploads. Live streaming is, you know, most of the time people are like Mike Matei and then John Riggs are basically like, we don't have schedules, we just play whenever we can. And I know John Riggs has a family, so that totally makes sense to me. I think with Mike, it's basically just he just doesn't want to hold himself to that schedule, and you know, you can't blame him, honestly. Holding yourself to a schedule is like having a job. You know, sometimes if you just want to play, you want to play. So, but I can't even muster it, because, like, they want you to put in hours. I was talking to Rockin' Cat Reviews, and he's got a Twitch. Check him out if you got a chance. And basically his Twitch, he was saying, like,
I was talking to Rockin' Cat Reviews, and basically he was saying, like, it's almost like Twitch expects you to put in time in the morning, depending on your time zone, and then after work. And so if you're working a full-time job, that's a lot of effort, because they want you to put in hours. They don't want you to just log in for 10 minutes. They want you to put in, like, a couple hours. So for me, that's just not going to work, at least right now. And I need to check out Pacman Chase. I don't know if he has a Twitch. He doesn't have that many more followers than I do, but he's growing faster than I am. He's got he's got almost 2,500. Good for him. He used to be an actor, by the way, so that's kind of, there's a couple of people on YouTube that used to be actors, or they've been in some stuff. John Riggs actually did a movie too about, like, office stuff, competitive filing. It's kind of funny. I do that all the time. I do filing all the time, so it's like, I don't know if I'd want to compete doing that. I feel like I do that every day. But yeah, so Twitch, the terms of service constantly update as Underwater Levels mentions. He says toss in terms of service. So YouTube, obviously, the terms of service isn't very good right now for monetization. You basically make, like, nothing unless you're a big channel. So that's why everybody has, like, merch and Patreon. So I actually have a merch store too. Feel free to check it out. And I've got a Patreon, so that's brand new. So we got some additional content on there. It's still pretty small, but it's, it's going to grow. But the whole thing with additional stuff is it doesn't really take off, like, right away. So I don't know. I actually updated the designs on my merch store, and I actually like the new design. I kind of want to get one for myself too. So I have to buy it too if I want some. I actually don't get freebies from the store. So, but I might buy this new shirt. I like it. It's the Vintage Gamer, and I've got triple colors and a circular design, and it's based on the one I use for my page. But like, everybody does the merch now, and you think, like, oh, there's a merch store, so based on the amount of subs, if like 10% of people buy it, they're going to be rich. Still, I mean, unless you ship your own merch, the commission is pretty small. But it's kind of passive revenue, so like, if I give my I gave my dad something, and then I sent something to my brother, so make a couple bucks here and there just doing that on gifts. That's kind of cool. Anyway, but yeah, so that's kind of how it is. Followers, they get sponsors, but they don't actually have monetized content. And so I think that's with Facebook too. Facebook, you can get sponsors too, but I've never actually, I had a personal account, I got rid of it. I was thinking about opening one for this, but I've already got my Instagram, which is doing okay, my YouTube's doing the best, and then my Twitter's just like lagging big time. So feel free to check those out if you want. Okay. But anyway, yeah, so Twitch is, seems like everybody that likes to play games, not everybody, but it seems like a good portion of people use Twitch. I like the memes too. I've done a bunch of meme videos lately. Oh, so you can kill yourself if you get locked in your own thing. That's interesting. I'm not doing very good. Ooh. Oh! How embarrassing. Okay. So... oh, they eat away at the wall. Oh, man. I want to beat this level at least. But yeah, so, but if you want to make more money for followers, you've got to, I guess Twitch is the way to go. It's just too much of a time investment, like I said. If I had more personal time, or if I was, single, didn't have a relationship, maybe I'd do it. But right now, like I said, YouTube is just, it's really hard to make time, even for YouTube. So, In fact, I've been thinking about scaling back my stuff I'm doing, but right now I'm able to manage, just barely, the amount of content that I put out. If I scale it back, it would be a couple times a week I'd release stuff. Oh man. Oh. Okay. Oh, doggone it. It's so frustrating. Are you kidding? What's going on there? This is so weird. I'm still trying to figure... Okay, there we go. Cool. Alright, well that is Pac-Man Exxon, or not like the gas, but Pac-Man Infinity On or something like that, whatever they called it. This is an online game, and you know, feel free to try it if you want. Actually, I'll play this part, and then I think I'm going to call it quits, but it's actually kind of fun. It's not a bad game. Oh, doggone it. Oh, I'm doing really bad. So, that's the other thing. I wonder what people feel about live streaming. I know YouTube has like all these different things that they're opening up, like live stream is really big for them. They really like to push that. I haven't done it yet. And then you've got members only, so I set up Patreon instead of members only. So I can go inside the bricks and outside. That's interesting. Oh, come on. Oh. Okay. And I would see something I wanted, and I would go back to get it next time, and then it would be gone. So it's like you can't really prescribe certain things at Lidl or Aldi. They're just gonna have it or they're not. So, okay. Oh my gosh. Let me get to this level, and then I'm gonna call it quits. Alright. Oh man, come on. What's that? Oh, sweet. I haven't seen that before. That's funny. Okay, so that should make it easier to get through this. Okay. Alright. Yes, alright. So that's that. I'm gonna call it quits, but feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell, and more to come. I wanted to play some Pac-Man. Didn't want to play the same game that I usually play, so I played like Miss Pac-Man, regular Pac-Man, Pac-Man Classic, all that stuff. But anyway, thanks for watching. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe, and take care.